Hello, my name is Sarah McPhillips, and today I will be discussing Jacques-Louis David's Death of Marat and its historical significance. This oil painting was created in 1793 during a period in French history known as the Reign of Terror. Before I discuss the historical context of the painting, I would like to summarize the career of Jacques-Louis David. David was a neoclassical painter that often depicted historical scenes. Some of his paintings include Oath of the Herati and Death of Socrates. His art style led him to become one of the most famous artists, if not the most famous artist, in France during the 18th century. However, many of his paintings served as symbolism and propaganda for the French Revolution. David was a revolutionary and was part of the Jacobin group led by Robespierre. He was also in charge of the art in France during the Revolution until 1795 and was practically a dictator for the arts. Now I'd like to discuss who is Marat. Jean-Paul Marat was a radical politician, journalist, and political theorist, as well as a personal friend of David. Marat believed that the arts were a crucial part of the revolution. He commissioned many artists to create sets, artwork, and propaganda for his political pageants and ceremonies. He was one of the most outspoken and radical revolutionaries, and for that he was assassinated in his bathtub by a member of the opposing party. Marat had a skin condition that was treated by taking medicated baths, and as a result he spent much of his time writing and reading from his makeshift desk over his tub. The scene depicted in the painting is just after Marat was stabbed in the chest by royalist Charlotte Corday. After the crime was committed, she did not resist her arrest and was executed by guillotine a few days after the assassination. Jacques-Louis David made sketches of his friend's death, planning to make a revolutionary propaganda, but instead made a much more significant piece. In this painting, Marat is alone in his bathtub, holding a letter from Charlotte Corday. The letter is asking for his help, which he was going to give, yet she used it as a way to earn his trust, and then to kill him. The murder weapon remains in the lower left corner, showing how recently the event took place. Marat's revolutionary weapon, his quill, remains in his hand, showing that he died fighting for the cause. This painting served as an altarpiece to the French Revolution, because of how Marat's body resembles Christ's body in Michelangelo's Pietà. Neoclassical paintings often replicated this style of classic Greek or Roman art, but in this case, David reflects back on the Renaissance style of sculpture. Although the French Revolution was very secular, the Death of Marat reflects strong religious imagery of the Renaissance. There is no depiction of Marat's skin disease, as his skin is clear and smooth. He is created as an ideal. David made sure that the viewer would not be distracted by his odd appearance, but would focus on the bloody wound on his chest. Jacques-Louis David wanted to show how Marat was a martyr of the revolution. The light shining from above is divine, once again relating Marat back to Christ. This painting is a recording of a historical event, but it also serves as a memorial piece for David's friend. The box that makes up a part of Marat's desk has a dedication that simply reads, "To Marat, David." It acts as a tombstone for the revolutionary. Although this scene has been created by different artists and in different art styles, such as Baudry's realism painting, Charlotte Corday, or Edvard Munch's post-impressionism Death of Marat, David's version is much more significant in art history because of what it represents. It serves as a memorial piece for Marat from a friend. It also is a depiction of a historical event that shows the feelings of other revolutionaries. They were strong-willed and showed their colleagues in a heroic way. David's art showed that they were hopeful for a better France, and whoever they lost in the fight had died with dignity and strength. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new about Jacques-Louis David's Death of Marat.